What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to your daily dose of Man United news, flashes, experiences, emotions, outlays, everything. First of all, let's get this started. Big up to the crew. Big up to everyone. Big up to everyone. Smash a like on the video. Big up to the members. Big up to everyone in the comment section. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. That's the first thing. Second thing is all this late business in there. If there's anything to do with lateness on this channel, especially when KG actually is on this video, who do you think it is? Because Lil Yo is saying that I was eating biscuits and water. That's why I'm holding up the stream. Let's be honest.
You was having
Who
porridge.
do you think? Who do you think made this thing late?
You had
Who?
porridge, bro. I
No,
was
I
trying
haven't.
to make sure I was serving you lots porridge. Because nobody here's worried, fam. And you guys are like really cool. Everything's fine, and I just thought I'd just turn up and see how you guys are.
Nobody said that. If you'd have watched the channel for the last 3-4 days,
I
you would
have
have
been
known
watching, but
that
I
was
just
you
wanted
would
to
have known that was
remind
last
you.
week's. You'd have known that was last week's news. So you haven't been watching.
No, I have been
Awful
watching. I've
friend.
been watching every
Awful
morning.
friend.
I've been
Awful
watching
friend.
every morning, and I've seen you unraveling piece by piece. I just
Yeah.
want to remind you the same way you
Yeah.
remind me about all the dumb things I've said.
Yeah.
Now you're wrong, mate.
You all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
But
Well, why
I
am
think
I
the
wrong?
key,
But
the
why
key
am I
thing
wrong?
is, KG going, yeah, I just decided to turn up.
Also,
you get a phone call 1:45. You're gonna go live, are you? In 15 minutes? Yeah. Shall I come on?
I dropped my daughter at school. I was like, I've got time today. I said, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to those lads and see if they're all right, because I could see my boy Fleck unraveling, and I thought, let me just go talk to him and dig the knife in and make him unravel some more.
but you can't do that because I'm not going to get more angry than I already am. Because
You say I mean as well.
Yeah, like,
well, listen,
that's not going to happen.
Fleck is the one that said he's gonna back Backman, and I thought that's hilarious. Owen, you missed the opportunity for that one. I was a bit disappointed that when Flex was like, yeah, when Backman comes, I'm gonna back him on time. Obviously,
yeah, I lied in my tweet.
No, but the name though.
You're thinking KG's doing a sort of a very low rent sort of pun that he's obviously incredibly proud of, considering he's already said it about 3 times. Backman,
100%.
He's going to back. Go to back. Get
but
it.
He's like, yeah, you lot, did you get that? But we actually do have a lot to talk about. We do have a lot to talk about on a serious note. Obviously, people were sending me a thing yesterday. Someone, I think it was Aussie the Reds. They just sent this clip of me sitting opposite KG with him saying that Wan-Bissaka and Sancho are the best right wing partnership in the league, and we will win the league as a result of having them. Someone just sent me. I don't know. I saw that. But that's last year's stuff. That's what I'm saying. We could talk about stuff in the past where people say you're wrong, mate. But because I could just say that one to you, but you've got loads of those, so there's no point.
Yeah, well, I'm cool. Listen, end of the day, we signed dividends today. How do you lot feel? Where do you think he's going to be his best position?
Exactly.
Front, midfield. What's going on?
Nah, I reckon just board level still. Just keep the dividends at board level. Let's get into this. No, this is serious. This is serious, actually, though. This is actually serious. We could do the I told you so's and all of that. We actually need to put that to bed for 1 minute because this is dividends day. The Glazers have taken out 11 million today. We knew this day was coming. Our financial report revealed last month that our net debt has increased by 52 million. The debt's gone up. Man. Okay, it's gone up to 591 million. Okay, our debt has now gone up to 591 million. It's gone up by 11%. The debt goes up by 11%. What do the Glazers do? Take out 11 million. Each percent is gone up. I'm having $1 million. That's what they're on. And we need to talk about this because it is actually very important. We know that we're trying to get players and stuff like that. I know that, a business is a business and all of this stuff, stakeholders, and we're not financial analysts. But what I do know is that if your business is failing and you're operating at a loss, then maybe it might be a good business decision to not take more money out. But that's me in it. Let's talk.
Who's gonna? Owen, go on.
There's not really a lot that needs to be said, to be honest, is it? We're in a situation whereby, I mean, there's so many things you can point to, but let's just say Frankie de Jong, reportedly, we're about 11 million apart in terms of valuation.
Mm-hmm.
Could do with that 11 million, couldn't we? You know, that adds up. That adds up pretty easy. But we should also not be surprised because, again, this is the same ownership model that when the share price spiked, when Ronaldo was signed last year, they sold off a load of Class A shares because that's the name and game of stocks. You know, price goes up, sell off. But it was no, share prices that was ever going to influence their ownership. So it just goes to show it's a money making thing. That's what Manchester United is. And I know that people can say, oh, the share price is down and we're less valuable than we've been in a long time. And that is true. And I know some people have said, oh, does that mean then the Glazers might get a little bit twitchy and they might want to sell? Of course not. There's still a lot of money to be made. There's still a lot of money to be made in their eyes. You know, people said, we were saying the other day, we'll be flexible. How much juice is left? A lot.
A lot. I think they'll get us to the billion in debt, probably. Like, they'll probably do something crazy like that. You hope that they sell the club before we get there. They have no interest. This is the greatest piggy bank in the world. You know, as long as we're not anywhere near relegation, they feel good. They're really happy, right? They're going to get their TV revenue. They're going to get, if we get top 4 or Europe, they'll get that revenue. They have no intentions of trying to win the league. None at all. Like, there's not a smidgen is interested in that. Now, if it's Super Bowl, if Man United could change and be involved in the NFL, oh yeah, they'll be all over it. But we don't play that sport, innit? So, and that's the sport they really do care about. That's the sport that they show great intent and they want to see the right amount of players, in those types of competitions. You can tell that Man United's a plaything. 11 million just straight out. These guys will feel no way of going over the salary cap if it was in America. Easy. They feel no way. But with us, they're haggling, bro. They're haggling over 11 million. I was doing just some light maths, yeah, the other day, and I was thinking about. He said, Murto, who's out there? Murto and Fletcher are in Barcelona, yeah. They're working 9 hours a day, yeah. That's 45 hours, yeah. 45 hours. What's that? Times by 2. They're 90 hours. So in 90 hours that they've been out there, yeah, we've done nothing, yeah.
You are an absolute disgrace.
I don't know. Again, Molly May spoke about 24 hours in a day and what you do with it, yeah? These lot are taking the piss with their 24, fam. Because after 90 hours, yeah, and there's nothing, we're still at Impasse or whatever, what does it call it, Impasse or what? I don't even know where it is, bruv. But whatever that thing is where you can't negotiate and find it out, it's a disgrace, fam. What are they doing over there? Them man are just out there eating what you call chorizo and them things there, bruv. Just on the beach chilling, bruv, because if everything, just imagine, yeah, and I don't think this is the way to negotiate. If you say you're happy to walk away from the table, but he's our key signing, I think you're kind of giving away, your leverage. You're kind of saying, we're not going to do any other business until we do this business. Well, again, that's leverage. That's not proper negotiations. Like, you can't tell me that this is all that matters. We're not going to do any other business until we sort this. And I can see that. So don't tell me you don't want this player. Pay up. Give me the money that I've always wanted. It's a joke. We're a disgrace, bro. It's disgusting. But yeah, go on, guys.
No, it is because I think when you see like all of the changes that we're trying to do, or they're telling us they're changing this, this job role's changing. I see it's there's a new guy coming into the solicitor side of things and taking over from
brother.
Keane's brother. Yeah, he's coming in. You get told about all these changes. You see Arnold down the pub trying to sort things out or trying to do what he's trying to do, gets a little bit of respect. So we're going to come to his house. But when you break all that down, today is like the big slap in the face to say, yeah, all this stuff's going on. Ten Hag maybe look excited. But here's the slap in the face to say, remember this, we're still, oh, there's your door, KG. You better go and get the Amazon delivery. Maybe it's a signing. There's a signing. It's just turned up at KG's house. Amazon delivery.
What's arriving is KG's £1 million check. He's also getting his dividends.
Nah, it could be my new car, cuz.
It's Dallas Cross. Finally coming. I think he just said it could be his new car. Did he just say that?
Oh,
Did he just say that? Oh, you frozen, mate.
Yeah,
Owen,
we're back. We're back. That's
I
how
think-
much
did he-
power KG has as he left, and we froze.
Did he just say it could be my new car? Did he
If
say
that is the case, that it is his new car, only he could turn up to a stream with 50 minutes to go that he wasn't originally meant to be on and forget that he had a car arriving.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get these super chats out before we carry on. James says flexing Owen letting KG down by being late. Shake my head. You know it was KG who made us late. WJ Barrett. What? It wasn't a car actually
No,
bidding.
not yet.
at the-
It's not yet. I thought it was. I was like, oh, sugar.
He's excited. He's about to cancel the whole stream. You just leave straight away. Flex, I'm coming to pick you up.
Oh man.
Only you. WJ Barrett is the latest member of the UV Members Club. Big up to you, WJ Barrett, man. Always see you supporting the channel and stuff. And Eric Ten Hag says, mate, make it make sense to me. How do they want me to manage the team like this? Help me, mate. I'm getting bored, says Eric Ten Hag in the comments. And Nathan Joseph says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. We know who and what the Glazers are. Until they go, we are done. The Capitals. And Ray Carl Brown says, I am sorry, why are we talking about owners taking money? All owners do this. What we should be talking, looking at the football we play. Let's see what Ten Hag football is, because nobody knows how he would play.
Nah, Ray, you're moving like a first crackhead, fam. Bro, we ain't even playing football matches, bruv. Man saying we should be talking about the football, bruv. We ain't even started this job, bruv. How you talking about we should be looking at the football, bruv? Nah.
And I think Ray's kind of talking about it like there isn't a direct link between, like, what we're saying has no correlation with where we're at. I think it's fair to say there is a correlation. Although I wouldn't have called him a crackhead, because
he's the first one, fam, bro.
Doesn't mean that
we
he
haven't
is.
even started training yet, fam. That's a liberty. You can't start costing the training and how we play. We didn't even seen us kick a ball yet, fam.
And James, big up James, says we'll only sign players in July, August. Hold tight. Yeah, it's going to be late ones. But yeah, as I was saying before, Kate, the doorbell went on KG's.
Sorry, bro.
I was saying that's cool. I was saying that basically, I feel like this is just the slap in the face to say, remember the Glazers are still here in it. Like, usually these types of things you would like to think are performance related in it, because I'm not seeing the tea ladies and tea guys, the kit men, the people who keep Carrington clean, the cleaners. I'm not seeing people who work in the backgrounds all getting a wicked pay rise because Man United are doing so well. Are we seeing that? I was gonna say I ain't seeing players getting pay rises, but then again, after shit performances and that, they have been getting a lot of mad contract extensions.
New contracts.
But that is probably linked back to the Glazers as well, in terms of don't care if they're doing shit, sign them up so that if we want to sell them, they're worth something. But then it's backfiring because you're just losing money on the player anyway, which is shit business. But I'm not going to use the players as an example, because we've seen a lot of subpar players be getting pay rises. But do you know what I'm saying? No one else is. Why? Basically, what my point is, why are they being rewarded for consistent failures?
And that's
what's going on here.
This is what I'm saying, and you gotta remember something. The club squeezed, like, we're just opportunic FC. We squeezed the good juice out of the Arnold meeting, right? We saw it had a good reception. It worked. The fans are feeling a bit calmer now. That was a few days ago. Yeah. Now we're back to normal. But then the club said, you know what? Let's go for another one. Go meet David Gill. Meet him in London. Is that right? You sure, mate? He goes, yeah, they'll love it. Yeah. Now they do the same photo op. Remember, I told you guys this is a photo op. Nothing is coming from this, because what happened in that meeting? Because right now, still 90, bro. Just imagine we're burning through cash. That was before. That was the classic line. Now we're not burning through cash. We're giving cash to the Glazers. Yeah, and I would love to know, because Gil's quite intelligent, quite smart. He'll say, I don't know, with the debt going up into the cause of what, 11 million or something.
11 million more, yeah.
I think this is a bad idea, guys. Maybe, I don't know, maybe talk to these guys and say now's not a good time.
They got no power to do that, KG.
Maybe
no power.
Could you maybe say that Arnold was having this discussion with David Gill to say, look, you were there whilst they were taking money out. How did you manage it? How did you manage that situation? Because, like, to Flex's point, if Richard Arnold goes to the Glazers, I don't think you should take your 11 million out today, mate. They'll be like, first of all, we're going to do it. 2, you're fired.
Yeah.
Because again, that's the point. Irrespective of success or lack of success, their point of view is our money's where it is. We're taking it out. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we win the league, or it doesn't matter if we come sixth in the league. We have the worst season ever.
The shareholders not matter. I mean, not shareholders. What are we called? We're part of the club. Oh man,
we're fans who they don't care about. That's what we are.
Yeah. The answer
we're called fans that they don't give a shit about.
That is a very easy question to answer. The answer is no. We don't. To them, we don't.
No, but
bro, if you're a stakeholder, KG, if you're a stakeholder, yeah, you've put your money in to get you don't necessarily support Man United.
No,
say you invested in Man United.
The shareholders and the stake people. Like, I'm getting it wrong here, but in business, it's your customers, the people that help your business work.
Yes,
the people
bro, they're getting their money out. They're happy. They're getting paid dividends.
I think they still need to be considered because let's be real. Like, I don't even promote it, but there's crazy Man United fans that now if they see the 11 million go out, they'll be planning other marches. They'll be planning to pull up. Like, this is the thing. So, and no one wants fans coming to their houses. No one wants that.
The Glazers don't care. They live in flipping wherever they are. Man's just chilling. He was at Formula One. He was at while the thing was burning down the other week when we got flipping. Man went on the pitch, got the game cancelled, all of that. Joe Glazer and them chilling in the sun.
Yeah, did you see him? Do you see when he was confronted a couple of times with the whole Super League thing? He just got in his sports car and drove off.
Got in a Lambo. He got in a Urus, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know.
I can't even get it.
Got the Urus with a toupee ponytail.
He did up his seat. He did up his seatbelt. It got caught. He flicked it out. He went,
and
then drove off.
They don't care. Because what you're doing, crazy. Because I get it. Yeah, you're appealing. What you're trying to do is appeal to the human element of the Glazers, like the side that goes, "Come on, surely that doesn't." Bro, we're over 10 years deep in this. Like, they don't care.
Man.
The Super League thing happened. They said, he got the open letter. We're going to engage with fans. We're going to do this. Ain't seen him since. All that's happened is the accidental Richard Arnold thing over the Stellas. That's it.
And now I even feel different about that as well. Like, what?
Yeah, you changed back. You said that you was more calm, and then 4 or 5 days later, because
I wanted to see something. I wanted to see you do that, and then you say, "I want to see that you guys are serious." After that, like you finally given a bit of like talking, like communication to the fans, but nothing has happened off the back of it. And now, like,
in fairness, KG, it was what, I don't know, 5 days ago. Like,
the windows opened up 2 weeks ago. Are we right?
Yeah, but my point is, if you're looking for something to happen 5 days after that, is that not, again, this was the original point when he's talking about like the training ground or the stadium?
No, don't. This is the thing. He's moving mad. I didn't tell him that I needed a new training ground. I don't know where he started to get into that conversation.
We did. We absolutely did. There were definitely fans going. The stadium's leaking and the training ground is shit.
The stadium's up there. But if any fan thought that at the beginning of the season there's going to be a new stadium, I'm not even going to say the word, but you know what I'm thinking about those people. Yeah, no one was expecting. Like, dig up the ground, and I want players, bro. Our first thing that we want is announce Frankie de Jong, announce these guys that you say are important to the club. And that's what we're looking for. You're in there talking about 5-6 year plan. You never cared about us to be talking about 5-6 year plan. You don't care. Let's get into the here and now. What players can you bring through the door to change the situation? Because only players are going to do it. You want to build a new stadium, you need to win. You want new investors to come in, you need to win. You need to be successful. You need to be a good club. You need to be a good team on the pitch. So don't start doing this long-term, long pipe dream thing because we know nothing's coming from that. That's ridiculous. Let's deal with it here and now. Why are these players not here? If these men are working for 9 hours a day, yeah, why have they shown nothing? Where's the ROI on that? You men are out there. What are you doing in Barcelona? What's going on? You men are just there sitting down. And all they keep doing, we're preparing a bid. We're going to have conversations about a bid. Man United think we should do another bid. Do it then. What are we playing at? And do you know what the worst thing is? You could be out there for 2 weeks to give them the exact money they wanted in the first place. And that'll be like a calamity.
Well,
If
that's
you're
the
out
frustrating
there,
thing, isn't it? That's the frustrating thing. I was saying this to Flex yesterday, is that a bit like when we signed Pogba in 2016, how long did that go on for? And everyone knew the outcome. Everyone knew the price. Everyone knew what it was going to be. This Frankie de Jong situation, I still do think we'll sign him. But you're right. We'll sign him for like 80, 85 million euros, 70, 75 million quid. We know that's going to happen. We know that's going to happen. So this sort of bartering thing of 60, 65 plus 20 add-ons, rah, 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 it just feels like unnecessary steps, doesn't it? It does feel like unnecessary steps of a situation that doesn't need to happen. And then you get things yesterday as well going, actually, the player might even still not actually be convinced. And if that's the case, then we are right back in square one.
Let me get these super chats out. El Cap says, Ray, Joel, Glazer, we see you, bro. And Ray Carl Brown says, let's see what Ten Hag brings, man. And we hear moaning, and feeling down. Let's see what we play. Let's see what we play because the worst football team, we the worst football team in the top 6, which we was. James says, very excited for Gaetan and Schneider in our midfield. Old school links. RD says, United need a fan-led GoFundMe to buy out these vampires. 70 million worldwide. It can be done. P.S. Great event on Sunday, lads. Hope everyone recovered well from the Red Devil rum punch rounds. KG with the eyes. Listen.
Hey, we got some phone calls. I think everyone got some phone calls from KG the following day. And then when you answer the phone, you know it's bad when you answer the phone, you pick up, you go, you're right, mate, and you just hear...
Oh, mate. Yeah, that was peak. That was peak. And Blue Rubber Diabadai says, KG, you crackhead. Pogba, Maguire, Sanchez, and Di Maria, and we are not burning through cash. Says, I'm Blue Rubber Diabadai.
so is he defending the Glazers or just want to know where he stands right now?
I don't know. He's just saying...
very, very
asking
unsure right now. There could be the
yes.
Glazer banner account, bruv. Could be Joel himself, fam.
Ray S says, I think Glazers will sell up soon. The fact that they haven't reacted says it all. Glazers, #Glazers will sell. Disagree, Ray. I disagree.
I think they could give a shit. Honestly, I think they saw
exactly.
that video. They saw that video. They went, did they mention this? Yeah. What did they say? Well, you know, you like what you don't. He went, all right.
Yeah. And he said, I get you don't like the owners. I'll let them speak for themselves. He didn't really exactly go in on the Glazers, did he? But it's wishful thinking,
Even if he did, I don't think they would care. Honestly, I think they would just be like, they'd be like, can he still make us money? Yeah, fine.
Because if you think about it, if you're a greedy businessman or woman, yeah, or a greedy consortium of people, and you say to yourself, "What? I can own that asset, which is one of the biggest assets of its kind in the world. I can keep it in debt, but I can still make profit." And I don't really need to put my own thing into it.
I don't have to put anything into it.
I just have to raise the initial.
I just operate.
Operate.
That company just operates really independently of me.
Yeah, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's that
I can
big
just
of an
take money
asset.
out of it. That's it.
And I don't need to continually help grow it. I don't need to continually put money in each time, like what Abramovich would do, put his own money in, try and get the best possible asset, try and make it the best possible version of itself it could be. I don't have to do any of that, and I can keep we could get like record lows. We could even have record lows, and I can still be up. Oh, I'll buy that. And furthermore, I definitely won't sell it because that's how the greedy business people think of it. If you're a business person that has a heart of, I really care about that asset because I'm emotionally invested into it, where it isn't purely business, it isn't purely a financial thing, and actually I'm driven so much by money and the love for that asset that if I make it the best version of it that it could be, I could actually make more. If you was like that, then we'd have a completely different Man United. But we know this.
And we're also talking about owners that don't, and we don't know if this is exactly with the Glazers, but it came out when the Super League idea was floating around. There are some owners of these clubs in the Premier League, these American owners, that don't even understand sort of part of the fundamentals of football.
Yeah.
One of the owners didn't know what relegation was or didn't understand why, or the offside rule,
Yeah. Exactly.
Why is there relegation? Because obviously in the NFL franchise model, that's not a thing. It's just you play your games and that's it.
Make money.
Whereas, for us, exactly.
Money.
And it's guaranteed every single time, Whereas over here, it's more like, there's something to be won and lost and you have to, earn your right to play, all that kind of stuff. And this
There
is
you
why
go.
when stuff like this happens today, you just sort of go, it's not shocking. It's
No,
a,
it's
it's a
not.
kick in the, it's a kick in the teeth when you're down, clearly, but they don't care.
But that's what I mean
You got
about when
super
I was
chats,
saying,
you got
like,
super chats
it's
as
not
well,
that,
lad.
like, yeah, I'm gonna get to that 1 second and change up the topic. And that's what I was saying about earlier. Like, I'm not like, I can't believe it. I can't believe that, like you said, it's not shocking, but it's like, whilst we're trying to battle for players, whilst we're down bad, whilst we had the embarrassment of Richard Arnold last week of what happened, and the valuation of Frankie. We'll talk a little bit about Antony in a minute. Some silly rumors about Ronaldo that just add into it, but I do think they're just rumors. You're talking about we're trying to battle Brentford for the signing of Christian Eriksen. When you just look at the mess and the soap opera that is Man United, 11 million. Like it's just a slap. Like I said, it's just a slap in the face to say, remember the Glazers are still here. Lionel UX says, well, is the latest member of United View Members Club, so big up to
Another
you.
one.
100%. We need to add that to the soundboard. Hold on, let me get my screen up 1 second. Hold on a second. Let me get
I can read some while you're doing
There
it.
you go.
James. Okay, go on.
Reyes says, I think the Glazers will sell up soon. Well, we've got that one. The fact they haven't reacted to Arnold dragging their name through the mud says it all. Read that one already. And Josh, I know you've got some more coming up. Let's go. Here we go. KB says, it's time to protest again and embarrass their image. That's the only thing that they care about.
They don't even care. They don't even care.
They
don't
actually
even
don't
care.
care. Because if you did care about your image, you would shave that ponytail off. You wouldn't have it.
That's right.
Innit? You just
That's
wouldn't have
right.
it. Grabbing the
That's
headlines says, can't be asked, getting upset about the Glazers. They'll do it anyway. Either mass boycott or shut up. Basically saying, let's just not talk about it. They're always going to do it.
That's true.
And Greece says, it doesn't matter how many times you speak about the Glazers, as long as they can make money out of the club, they don't care about the rest, which is true. I still think it's important on days like this, though, to address it. I get it, day in, day out. It's probably not good for your blood pressure, but there you go. Eric Ten Hag says, when Klopp said the Glazers wants him to run this club like a Disneyland first, football club second, we shouldn't be surprised. Why are we surprised? There you go. Exactly. There you go. We're definitely not surprised. And Mark Harris, thanks for the super chat, says, KG super stud Benny loves you. Glazers out.
Okay.
Super stud Benny?
Don't know who that is.
Okay, but they love you. WJ Barrett, thanks for the super chat, says the Glazers ain't good for our blood pressure. The dividends are coming out regardless. We just have to allow it. The joke is we'll get the players by the end of the window and just enjoy watching the games. Well, Owen did speak about that one time before, saying like, although it's shit now, if we end up with all the players by the end of the window and it's like 3 games in and we've won 3 out of 3 and the football looks good and we've got De Jong, we've got Antony and he scored a couple. I don't know, the mood changes, isn't it? But right now, for the thing, we have to talk
unfortunately, maybe fickle is just too strong a word to use, but unfortunately, football fans are somewhat fickle, and I paint myself with this as well.
Yeah.
In that, you know,
especially KG, 100%.
You get a sign in, or the window shuts, and the season starts, and you win a couple of games. We forget. You know, we forget last season. We forget, like, even though, you know, the last season is still quite raw, the further we get away from, say, like that Crystal Palace game at the end of the season, you do forget. You do. And you go, oh, you know, and the important thing, I suppose, is to, you know, keep trying constantly to remember, you know, and irrespective of what happens in the window, remind yourself of that you weren't happy at certain points and the pace was slow, but it's tough because there is no doubt in my mind, like 3 months' time, we'll be talking about how good or bad the football is or is not. That's what we'll be talking about.
Well, that's because we lose the focus of what happened. Like we don't see
that's
the
what I mean.
knock-ons.
The attention, your attention shifts into whatever's in front of you or happening at the time.
There you go. We don't see the knock-on effect, and it's kind of what like leads to the team and stuff. And now at the end of the season, we're having this great, massive De Gea conversation when really and truly the stuff before it was the things we should be speaking about. But forget the knock-on. Let's just talk about the worst thing that we're all seeing now. We conceded this amount of goals. Who did that? And then when you look at it, you're going to look at this new manager, a fresh manager, you know, and you're going to say to him, well, he's not good enough. Well, why is he not good enough? We've lost Pogba, we've lost Matic, we've lost Mata. You would say 3 play starters in the Man United team. And quality, I would say they're better than, say what you want to say about Pogba and Matic. They're better than McTominay and Fred. Easy. Like that's not even hard to work out. And then even Mata has his quality here and there, but he's just never been given opportunity properly. We haven't replaced that with first team starters. That's the real issue. And somehow we're gonna walk into the season. These guys need to be a team. One of the biggest things that have been affecting us for time is there's no team spirit amongst these guys. They need to go on holiday together. They need to be sharing where no one's there, it's just them, and they're just forming, bonding. So then they'll run hard for each other, defend together. They need to be doing all of these things. However, it's not done yet. There's no reason why, with all the work that we need to do in terms of just being together, all that we need to do so much, but no one's going to be here at the beginning of preseason. I would have again, what's the point of telling everyone to come back early if you're not going to be ready? Everyone starts next week. Well, it's going to be different when the Raw team comes in, unless this is the Raw team, unless there's no rule changes. And it's on how long is it going to take before Man United fans start accusing my man of being a puppet? That's the one I'm waiting for, because it'll take what?
It happened after the press conference.
Oh,
Some of us.
no, it hasn't started yet.
Some of the press conference.
It hasn't started yet, but it's going to really come
hey, look,
through.
After some of the press conference, he said something about Harry Maguire, and everyone went, here we go. I tell you what, KG, as well, before we do move on, did you get sent that compilation of De Gea after that debate on Sunday? Basically, it was a compilation of all of the goals we conceded this season. They went, see, and kind of the point of what he's responsible for every goal.
There was about 4 goals that you think, he could have done better. The rest of it just getting blasted.
Top corner.
Women this one, Everton one. And they couldn't squeeze. I'm not even going to get into that. I refuse to get into that. But yeah, it's incredible because, again, new manager needs to be given all the tools to be successful, and they're not giving them to him. That is a travesty.
Right, some super chats now, and we're going to move on. James says, we need the Cam and KG show. Let's do it. Cam, I don't know if they're going to survive that. Oh Jesus, Cam and KG show. That's a bit nuts.
I don't want to do it.
Cam and KG show. Also, super chat here from Lil Yo-Yo says, if you're a Glazer, what you buying with the dividends?
Yeah.
Rogaine, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Amir says, loving the everyday vibes, guys, keeping us informed. Big up. Looking forward to another exclusive members Q&A. Love from Cape Town. Yeah, that was good fun yesterday, even though it actually wasn't exclusive at the beginning. And WJ Barrett says, pre-season and KG will be doing a madness after we beat Liverpool and Pereira gets a brace. Me too. LOL supporting Man United is mad. That is definitely possible. And I think we are good before we move on now, to Antony. And this bit about Antony is like, we know that he wants Man United, but it was reinforced yesterday because of how much he's pushing for it, even though Ajax are essentially trying to price him out of the move or deter Man United away from making a bid because they don't want to lose him. Owen, quickly, we'll fly through these next batch of topics. What we got on Antony?
Yeah, so this came from initially Fabrizio Romano yesterday, saying that in an update on the Antony situation, Manchester United are really interested and already had contacts to explore a possible deal, but with Ten Hag really pushing for the player. Antony's camp is now actually asking Ajax to listen to bids this summer, even if the price tag is going to be really high. Now, speaking of that price tag, as I mentioned, United have already spoken to Ajax about Antony. United initially were hoping to pay around £40 million for him, but Ajax have indicated that they're only going to accept a huge offer of around £69 million for Antony. So
Pounds,
United really want him
euros.
Pounds.
So basically, we have to pay 70 M's to get Antony. They're basically saying.
Yeah, and if you wanted to put it into euros, we're looking at like what, nearly 80 million euro, something like that, right?
KG, are we going to get Antony? 70 million pounds?
Bro, just get ready for Facundo and
Is that fee sounding a bit Facundo-y?
It's sounding kind of Facundo-y right now because we're holding out 10 million on our main target. We can't agree on about 11, 10 million. How are we going to walk into another deal and give them exactly what they want? Unless we're going to have 2 sagas. So after the De Jong saga finishes, we start the Antony saga. And then we get Antony on the last day of the window. It's
Gonna say,
ridiculous.
that sounds like a deadline day signing, doesn't it? That
Deadline
sounds like
day.
a panic. You know, okay, we'll just pay the money because we've only
There
signed
you
one
go.
player.
There you go. So it's typical United, and at the end of the day, like it's a shame, but I'm starting to see who this club is. We haven't changed. We haven't learned from mistakes. One thing, this club, like, there's easy buckets that you could get. You know, if you've done your business early, we'd say, you know what, it's different. Finally, like, it's different. We're operating like a big club. You're getting clubs like Newcastle, Arsenal, like rubbish, like clubs that are just not even good. Brighton, all these teams trying to do their business.
Why are you saying them clubs ain't good? They're better than us.
No, but
Yeah, they all got good results against us
because
last season.
yeah,
KG.
they all done
Specifically
better than
those
us.
clubs.
I'm saying that how what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be a super club, right? There's a reason why they involved us in a Super League, because we're supposed to operate like a super club, but we're operating like a team that is looking for parachute payment, bro. We're operating like a team that doesn't know they need to buy players. This is the worst. We're the worst side in the top 6. Facts. Yeah. This side needs open heart surgery, and you get rid of the guy that had links that could have got you players for cheap. No one wants to talk about that, but it's fine. He was rubbish. What we talking about when we know we needed him? He is good at negotiations. He's good at building a. Imagine only Man United could get rid of a guy who is. Only Man United could hire a guy that's not fit for purpose as a manager, but get rid of him when he's going to be good at his job. Only Man United can do that. Then you got someone who doesn't know nothing about the role in Fletcher, because when Fletcher was on the pitch, I didn't see him negotiating into tackles and stuff. The guy, I've never seen him. I don't know what Fletcher does, but he's in Barcelona right now. What the hell is he doing, bro?
Owen's looking, going, negotiate. I think this is what Owen's got in his brain. He's going, negotiating into tackles. That's what Owen's just said.
I'm going to tackle you.
You could argue, in
No,
fairness,
because
to play devil's advocate there, KG, any former professional footballer that has become a successful director of football was not negotiating into anything.
No, I'm just saying, bro.
We're not having Mark Overmars negotiating crosses into the box.
No, like, you know where I'm coming from. I'm saying that from a technical standpoint. Let's be real. I understand what you're trying to do, Owen, but at the end of the day, 9 hours, 9 hours a day, 45 hours, 90 hours in the last 2 weeks, and they've got nothing to show for it. So that can tell me that you're not the best negotiator, fam. And if you tell me that our number one target is this man, but you're saying I'm not gonna bend over backwards for this man, well, you said he's your number one target. You're showing me the wrong thing. Or if you say to me, we're not gonna do any more business until we get that business solved, well, you're kind of giving away your leverage, bro. So I don't think you guys are the best negotiators.
Semra Hunter from La Liga was explaining to us the other day, like, what is going on over that side.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I said, we're obviously fed up and stuff like that, and this is a weird question, but from a neutral and understanding Barcelona's financial crisis the way that you do, because she understands the whole thing. She gave a wicked.
It was a great interview. It was a great interview.
Yeah. You know the bit where I said to her, who's got the upper hand? And she said, actually, she thinks we do, because Barcelona are in the mud. I wanted to ask you this since I've got you. I know this is about the De Jong situation, but because you're saying about players and they've been out there for so long and they still haven't brought the player back yet.
Yeah.
Did you see any of what she was saying? That actually,
I saw it.
If we remove our emotion as the fans of we want the guy now, she can actually see why we're waiting it out, because by June, I think the June the 30th, they have to present their P's to the La Liga, bro.
All right, and then I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna flip the question back. Yeah.
No, don't flip it back.
AKA, also known as deflect.
Yeah, no, I don't. Can you answer my question? Can you answer my question before you ask me one?
I think we're in the mud. I think we're in the mud more than Barcelona.
Okay, so you disagree with her?
I disagree with her. Okay, and now this is why I say I disagree with her, because again, as you said, the debt has gone up. Yeah, it's not being planned to be paid at all. Yeah, and they're not even trying to be competitive on the pitch. Now, in Barcelona's worst time, they're still trying to bring in Lewandowski, all these good players. They still got quality. Like, we played Barcelona 11 times, in the next week. We're not winning.
It's a lot of games in 7 days.
11 times. No, you could do that, like, just, you understand what I'm saying? We could play them. All right, if you want, for you guys that want to play semantics, let's play them over 2 weeks, 11 times.
Reality.
Yeah, if you want to play them, however you want to slice it, we could play them 11 times. Yeah, we're losing every single one of them. Do they have a
You wouldn't
better?
beat them once.
Can
You
our
wouldn't beat
players
them
get
once.
into? Can our players get into the Barcelona team?
But was
As
that,
bad
was
as
that,
they
was
are
that
right
Flex's
now.
point? Was that Flex's question? I think
Wait,
the
but
original
no, this
question
is still a vital. This is still a vital part of it. They are still trying to get better. Us, man, we're not paying off our debt. They're taking money out of the club, and we're finishing lower than we ever been before. The situation, okay, they're not gonna go out like they're looking at going out of business. They still want to be competitive. They're sitting
I
in the
agree.
Champions League.
I agree. But
They're
the
sitting in the
question was
Champions League
about,
while
can you
we're in the
understand?
Europa.
But the question was, can you understand why we're waiting maybe possibly that extra
Then what
7
are you lot
days?
doing in the country? Can you get other signings done?
I don't know, but apparently not. Apparently not, because they're saying that that's the key signing. Apparently, Ten Hag says, I don't want you signing any other players, taking any more money out of the budget before we get Frankie de Jong
It's-
done. And if that's the case, and they're saying and I'm not justifying it, I agree. I want that deal done quicker too. But the original question was that can you understand why they might wait closer to
I
that
can't
deadline?
understand why they're
Hold
doing
on,
that
just-
because it makes no sense. All you got to do is you got to have the worst case scenario. You got a budget like that. Say, okay, potentially this deal is going to cost what they said, yeah. And we try to do the other business, and we get back to that. If we get money off, well done to us. Get a little pat on the back. We made a saving, but we can do other deals. It's not like we can't get our money out unless, like, there's a clause that unless we buy him, we can't get the rest of the money.
But what if Ten Hag said that? What if
we
Ten
can
Hag said, I don't want you signing any other players till we get Frankie de Jong?
That doesn't even make any sense.
But what if he said that?
Wait, but why? Why? Someone explain to me why that makes sense. If you've got a certain amount of money to spend, yeah, let's say you have got 200 million to spend.
The reason why in his mind it might make sense is he might think, I don't want them getting in a situation for Antony where we thought it was going to cost 40. They go, it's 69. They spend it, and he goes, what's going on with De Jong? There's none left. You can't get him anymore. There's none left. Sorry.
No, because this team even said, yeah, that there's money. Like, there's money. Listen, guys, Arnold again, unless he's lying. He said, listen,
that could be happening though. He could be lying though.
He said there's money for signings. The manager will get what he wants. That's what he said. That's what they given. That's what they floated. Yeah, they threw that out before we have the war chest, this, that, and the other. Blank checkbook. Yeah, a new manager should be given his targets. Now, if that goes a bit over budget, you might have to do it because you man are comfortable taking that couple million and you're not paying the debt. So don't tell me you care about the finance of this club. You don't.
Yeah, but they won't do that. But then the Glazers, we also know that they are in no trustworthy position for us to believe that they will go. Do you know what? We'll spend a bit
and
extra.
They could pull it. And they could pull it.
That.
They could pull it. Could you imagine if we signed Antony, and because every deal has to be signed off by the Glazers, they go, actually, okay, it's going to cost us 80 million. Finally, we've agreed everything, and they go, oh. Actually,
but this, and then now he asks so who is the guy that's helping us work out this business plan and this structure? Because I'm telling you, you're not even going to get you're not getting the best you can from Man United. If this is a checkbook, if this is a piggyback or whatever, you're not getting all you can get out of this club. Like, let this club be successful. I promise you, your TV revenue will be more. Your competition winners will be. We haven't won a competition. You guys are losing.
They don't care, but they don't care. They don't clearly don't care about success.
It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even. You lost out on that. Unless you're saying that they plan to sell in the next 5-6 years and they don't care about the new generation, then fine. Then at least we know that that's where it ends. But I don't understand this business plan. Now, if you say to you getting brand new manager, because you're going to have to spend money again. If this manager doesn't work because you haven't given him the tools, he gets sacked. You still have to pay him off. Now you got to bring in a brand new manager who wants brand new players. Make that make sense. This can't be a long-term strategy for success. That's the point I'm making. Give the manager what he needs.
It's a good point. It's a good point, but they don't care. I mean, if they cared about long-term success, we would still be winning things, and they would still be, they'd be investing their own money. They don't care.
We'll go to some of the comments. Big up people there. Got a little bit laggy because KG was just on a mad one. So, big up if you're still with us. But it's true. The frustration is setting in. And it's funny because KG initially came to the stream to get me to feel how he's feeling now.
I've been feeling like this every day since fine. It's just my
mate.
Feelings, bro.
But the frustration continues on Dividends Day. And this is what I mean about the slap in the face. Ultimately, we went to start talking about Antony. But guess what it leads back to? The Glazers. Do you know what I mean? That little section we just did there epitomizes what's going on with the ownership of the football club and the lack of, decisiveness and ruthlessness that should be done. Mark Harris says Eric isn't a talker like Ralph Media. Will hang him dry. Sorry. And CJ says Ajax raised the price because we waited too long. If we would have went straight in with the 40 million, would we have got Antony? Would it have been different? Who knows?
Possibly, because they've already sold players. They've already sold players at this
Haller's
point.
gone. The Martinez they're trying to barter, but they don't want to lose in. They know Arsenal are involved. So yeah, exactly that. That could have been a different outcome. And the future says we could have a great next 1 to 5 years, even win the league. However, the debt will be moving well past 1 billion in our lifetime, and we will be where Barcelona are, or even worse. It's inevitable.
That's the point I was making. That's the point.
It doesn't matter what they do.
That's the point I'm making. They're not trying to fix that. They're just taking. You can't keep taking from somewhere.
Because they're making their peace.
Negative.
Yeah, they're just making their peace. Shazzy Boy 12 says now they're saying they asked Ralph to sign an NDA.
Of course,
Ralph can't speak about
to be fair, I mean, that wouldn't be shocking because it happens with quite a lot of people, managers or whatever. I know some do interviews, but some people do sign NDAs as part of their exit agreements, don't they?
Yeah.
And you can tell when the NDA is finished because that's when that will come in. You can tell it's like it starts just piping off.
Loose.
Yeah.
100%. And I think we're good. Have we got any more? Here we go. Maurice, thanks for the super chat, says, evening from Melbourne, lads. I hate these owners and falling out of love with our club. They take the piss, taking money out with no positives. 100% feel your pain there, Maurice, man. I think we've all come to that conclusion a long time ago as well. Amir says, headlines on the bad state of United deters players. It deters away from that, basically, about the players. But I mean, the players.
Well, and also, I think it deters players in terms of if you're trying to convince them to come to the club, and then you see the stuff in the headlines, they go, "I don't want to go there."
Yeah, true. I think that's what he means, actually. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. We've got nearly 2,000 people watching live as well, and let me do my checks. We've got 373 likes. So you guys know what's going to happen now, innit? You know, it's got to start shooting up. I mean, normally we set one of 500, but we've got to do at least 600-700 while we're live with nearly 2K watching live. Let's go. I can see it start flying up now. There you go. It's on its way up. Let's move on to Christian Eriksen really quickly.
Wait, can I also say on this Antony thing as well?
Yeah.
There was a window to sign these Ajax players because he knows them. He's been with them for time. Before they started making loads of sales, I think Man United should have got in there first and signed him for the money that he would have been worth at the time that when he could have been 40 million, give them the 40 million. Doesn't change the Frankie de Jong thing. If you still got 200 million if you have 200 million to spend, quickly give them the money. I don't know why we've left it to last minute. Now you got people from big news journalists saying to you, look, and this is established really close to Ajax, saying the price has gone up. It wasn't that price before. The price has gone up right now. Man United didn't have to wait. We've known this guy. As soon as Ten Hag came in, he probably said, "I should take Antony." I don't know why. Why the negotiation team go over to Amsterdam like we did? And just because we know they're just chilling, them men are on the beach chilling, probably playing volleyball and that. They're just enjoying, bro. Beach ball, sorry, my bad. That's what they're doing. Because I can't
beach ball, whatever. So what you want to play? You know what I mean?
Beach ball. They're playing beach. What are they doing there, bro? I really want to see. I need to see that timesheet. How my day was spent. I want to see it. I desperately need to see it.
You want to check the expenses.
I need to see the expenses because all I know here is you lot flew out there and you've been working on this deal for hours. Yeah, I don't know why.
The idea, by the way, of Fletcher being over Mercer at the end of the day, going, long day. Fancy a game of beach ball? Yeah, go on then. Come on, let's go.
Do you want some sangria? Some paella?
Oh, they're definitely sangreeing it up, bro. Oh, they're having the time of their life.
Fletcher just walks into Murto's room with the volleyball, goes, fancy it? Come on.
Cash.
We've got we've only got like a few minutes left of the show, but I just wanted to just quickly go over the Eriksen situation about, I've thought about this a couple of times because I've said to myself a couple of times and to you guys, if we can't get a player over Brentford, then we've got a big problem. Because it's only us and Brentford in for him. and who have tabled a bid. But then when you read some of what's going on, I mean, David Ornstein said he thinks he'll probably end up at Man United. David Ornstein's a very reputable guy right now. He's usually on the money. And I'm not saying, yeah, look at us beating Brentford to the sign and we should all go, you know what I'm saying? If Christian Eriksen comes in, that's a very, in my opinion, good bit of business, but it's on to the next very, very quickly. You can't celebrate that too highly, but I think it'll be a good piece of business. We need him. But when I was reading like about his family, like just being settled and they don't want to relocate in the Northwest.
Life of a footballer, bro.
Life of a footballer. But when I was just thinking about what he's been through and, you know what I'm saying, how he might be family-wise right now, his thing might have changed though. His thing might have changed.
Bro.
But
the family know what time it is. Again, the life of a footballer, you could wait, like your club could release you. You could end up in another country. Like,
yeah, but he has an actual choice, though. He has an actual choice.
Yeah, I mean, I do get that.
Through.
Yeah, I do get that, KG, as well. We say like life of the footballer, you go where you go, all that kind of stuff. But it is something that I do think sometimes we don't consider. We've missed out on players in the past when we've been going up against, say, like Chelsea or even like Arsenal, when they'll say a player coming from abroad, they go, "Where do you want to live? Manchester or London?" And they go, "I'll live in London."
Yeah,
like and to us as fans, you go, "That seems
big
crazy."
Part players.
You see,
players told me that.
But it's true. It really is true. And then once you factor in family, I would assume that Eriksen's kids go to school in London, probably as well, maybe. Yeah. And then you think, well, he's thinking, do I really want to? You know, do I want to move them?
Listen, Ronaldo's kids have been.
I know first world problems. I do get it.
Ronaldo's kids have been everywhere. Yeah, literally, like they move.
Are they even in? We say school. They've probably got like private.
There you go. Yeah. So I'm saying again, like with the life of a footballer, if the project is worth it, if you're gonna go play under Sir Alex or be at the good Man United, you're going. You're not even asking Brentford.
But that's not what this is. That's not what this is. That's what I'm saying. Otherwise, it'd be done already. He wouldn't be like, I don't know about Northwest. I want to be in the Champions League.
Exactly. Let's not dress this up as something it isn't. I'm saying. That's the point I'm making to you. Let's not dress this up as something that it isn't and saying, the commute and rare. If I want to be there, I'm going.
I don't think it's the commute. I don't think he's traveling from London to Manchester every day. It's more the family.
No, not that. I'm talking about the fact. I'm saying that how
relocation.
About that. We're making about that to probably feel better about our situation. Again, if this was the correct Man United, forget the family and what they're feeling. We're going. And it's the thing. He left Spurs. His family probably was settled. Yeah, and he was a big player at Spurs. He left them because he wanted to start something new in Italy. Yeah. He left. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's not like he's never moved before and we don't know what we're talking about. And yes, he's gone through a life-changing moment. But I'm telling you right now that if Man United was a better team, if Man City put in a bid for him, we wouldn't even hear family talk. He'd be there, blue shirt.
But I get that, but that's not the situation. Like the family, the relocation weighs more when you are when
the club's shit.
Yeah, but we can't ignore we're going to play every game as well.
Yeah, but we can't ignore that. We can't just sort of say, like, hear the relocation thing and go, wow, just an excuse. He's probably having that conversation.
Let me get these super chats up before we wrap up. Rahman says, United fans care more about the club debt than their own life. I know there are guys with bare CCJs on here shouting about the Glazers. Let's see where we are in September. So, again, Rahman basically saying, let's not care as much as this about now. But again, Man United is a lot of people's lives, whether you're poor, rich, or indifferent, bro. So I get people's frustration, though, to be honest with you. And Lil Yo-Yo says, imagine cameras go to Barca and you see tapas settings.
They're probably just enjoying with the club credit card as well, fam.
Marie says, Ed's fault. Those famous words are biting us in the ass. Yeah, I remember when he said that in his interview, basically, we've got peas. WJ Barrett says, I don't think this is a rush situation. We need to see how it pans out. We have a squad that will be looking to impress. Erik ten Hag needs to get this right. WJ Barrett, every kind of comment he makes, he's very much on the other side of basically saying, let's just kick back. Let's just see what happens. Let's not go off too much is what he's basically saying. So there you go. But it's KG has come on and ended up feeling definitely worse and more angry than
I've been feeling like this for the whole time. Yeah. I've been feeling like this for the whole time. So it's just I just like to see when other people have realized that this is bad. Again, we're competing with Brentford. for a player. It should really state where we are as a squad.
And we're
Yeah,
going to get Batman as the first signing, probably.
Backman, it just lets us know, and then soon you're going to start to hear there's quality in the there's quality in the squad. We're not as bad as you think we are. We're going to hear all of these things, and then Man United might even put in a performance in a preseason and say, "Come on, guys, do we really need to go in the transfer market? Do we really need these players?" You're going to start to see that stuff. Prepare yourselves.
Oof. Surely they can't do that.
Oh.
Surely they can't say, "Do we really need the players?"
I feel like KG's move significantly declined once he realised the car was not at the door.
100%. That's really what's happened.
He came back a different man.
Yeah. They might not even deliver it today. I just seen the message.
Oh, see, that's what it is. That's really what this is about.
See?
Not only was it not the car at the door, but it's not even coming today. That's ultimate upset. That is.
Because he wasn't expecting it to arrive. He got the knock at the door. He thought it was going to arrive. He went, "Oh, it's early." He went, "No, it's not." And the whole show he's beating himself up going, "Why did I think it was going to be early?" Silly me.
Anyway, we got 2,000 people watching, a lot of interest, a lot of you guys getting involved in the comments. Thank you to everyone who's been part of the show. The emotions of Man United, innit? That's just what happens, because right now we are in the mud and continue to be in the mud.
Shit.
Hopefully we get some players ASAP, because we need to see the mood start changing somehow. We'll be back with another stream very, very soon, guys. Enjoy your day. Try not to let it get you too upset. Oh, hold on, super chat. Let me make sure I've read that before we go. Don't want to miss anyone's on the way out. No, we're good. Oh, Ed's fault. Yeah, cool. We'll be back soon, guys. Peace. Take care. Laters.
Peace.